Alright, a lot of you have been requesting, Robbie, what should we pick up on Dark Neostorm? I'm going to do a sneak peek video. That's right, we're going to answer that bad boy question. And we're here with the dumpster fire of investments for the year. So, well, without further ado, we're going to make a sad attempt to answer the video. What should you be picking up at Sneak Peek? This isn't going to be a mad profit video or anything like that, but just some things I think you should be looking out for your local sneak previews. So let's dig on into this discussion, shall we? Alright, so there's a lot in the set, and Neostorm is very good for what it is. It's a lot better than that shitstorm coming later in the year called Rising Rampage, but I digress. That will be later. So, first thing I think you actually should be looking for at Sneak Peek is actually Manhunt. Now, I've had an internal discussion with myself about this, and much like Red Reboot, much like the predecessor to that, which was the Salamangreat Helio, grabbed as many of them as I could. Nobody really gave two shits about them at Sneak Peek. We roll around, what is it, a week or so later, and the cards shoot up through the roof. I think we have another good opportunity to see that again with Manhunt. Honestly, Manhunt is one of those broken-ass trap cards that, I mean, what is it? Everybody and their mother knows is going to be good, and it's a super rare. It's available to you extremely cheap out of the floodgate. So, why? Why are you not going for this? I know there's a lot of Alta guys, a lot of True Draco players. I guess even Necros wants this card. If you're an anti-meta player, this is a card that you're going to want to pick up. Just because the card, it does so much. Negating a monster effect, taking control of the opponent's monster, a key piece that they need to probably play their turn. All available to you for fucking shit. Nothing. Just the set pass. Alright? Like, if you've already got an Inspector border on the field, and your opponent's trying to beat over it, nah, not today, fam. Like, I can't believe they made this card a super rare. Literally, I know the video that I said I was going to eat my shorts and that we were going to make that went up after the card was released. And, you know, we had 4 videos talking about releases on the cards. But, you know, nobody watches those. Everybody just comes on over to watch the one video. Like, doesn't make sense to me. But I digress. Probably looking at $3 to $5 on Manhunts. I know that's a lot coming out of the gate, but I think, for the most part, people will be able to afford it. Now, next up is Mech Knight Crusadia Abran. Now, this is the big one in the set. It's next to some other ones. No, we're not going to talk about Mako in this video. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. So, he is 2+ monsters special summon from the extra deck. He's that big fat Link 4. When this card is linked, summoned, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, your opponent's monsters cannot target other monsters for attacks. Yeah, that's good. Alright, like, that's all you really need to know. And then once per battle, during damage calculation, this card battles a monster special summon quick effect. You can make this card gain attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster it is battling. And then, yeah, during damage calculation only. And if this link summon card you control sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can shuffle one card into your opponent's deck. Huh. That's pretty good. That's for a Link 4, right? So this is the obligatory, do you need to pick up one copy of this for your deck? Now, this isn't a Borrelsword Dragon. I would argue that this isn't even a Borrelode Dragon. But this is the next big Link 4 that we have around the corner. I'm expecting a $30 to $40 price tag on this as a one-of. It might be lower at the beginning, much like Saruja was. Because I think a lot of people read the requirements of 2+ monster special summon from the extra deck, and they automatically get detoured from that. And I understand that that turns away a lot of people, but you have this powerhouse that you only need one of, so it's not like you're going to be fighting with everybody over it when, you know, little Johnny ends up pulling it from his Sneak Peek and you rush on over trying to get it. Like, we already know how the community works on that. We don't talk about that. Alright. Stupid shit as it is, but yes, $30 to $40 price tag. If somebody wants more than that, no, walk away from it. We'll have pre-sales up next week. Card prices will be fluctuating in between that, but no, don't go too crazy on it. Now, next up, we have the Orcos cards. You got Mr. Xyz, and you got the Counter Trap card. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is, alright, don't go nuts on these, alright? Like, most Orcos players only need to pick up one of the Xyz and one of the spell card. And if you're a typical player, If you're just playing Orcust, you pick up those 2 cards, you're done. Like, you did. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be going to Sneak Preview with the mentality of, oh, I just got to get 1 Super, 1 Ultra, and I'm set for the set, which is very much true, and that's a good mentality to have. It means you don't have to spend money later on down the block to pick up other stuff, and that's good, right? Like, less you have to spend. So I do think the Xyz and Spell card both going to be cheap. Spell card, or the trap card's not going to be more than, I think, $2. Obviously, like, Manhunt is infinitely better than it, thus it deserves a higher price tag. And then you've got other things like the Xyz. I have a feeling the Xyz is going to sit at $10 for a little while. So, estimated price range at this point, I'm comfortable with spending $10 on the Xyz just to pick it up. About $2 on the counter trap card. No more than that, alright? Like, you're going to get juiced if you're like, if somebody's like, oh, give me $3, like, they're really crushing your balls, and I understand that. They're like, oh, fuck it, like, this is what we need to do to make that extra money. So, if you're dealing with those kind of people, help them out. It's $1, alright, but no more than that, alright? Somebody tells you for it, no, walk away. Not about that life. So, for the most part, I think the Orcust cards, I mean, if you're planning on playing an Orcust deck, like, literally, like, if you're already on this path, like, why are you not picking these up? I guess that part always confuses me. Like, you already know that these are here, but you choose not to acknowledge them. Strange. I know. Life is a weird concept sometimes. Now, real talk. Every Salamangreat player out there is looking to sign up mining right now. Now, if I'm under the assumption correctly here, ashing the mining actually hurts the deck. I believe somebody gave me an accurate representation of we got 9 Gazelles in the deck now. Alright, I just wanted this card limited to 1, but evidently we're playing 9 copies now, alright? Isn't Rhoda a fantastic concept? Being able to search the deck for something. Now, obviously, discard 1s can start combos, especially if you discard Spinny. Ugh, that's disgusting. Now, I don't have an estimated... well, it depends on how many sign-up mining decks actually go for, because if it's a one of, you're gonna have every Salamangreat player fighting for 1 copy, probably $30. If this becomes a 3 of, which I don't think it's going to be, I know I'm really fucking pushing here in numbers, but we could actually see $40 on this. I know that's a lot of money for something that makes your already budget deck better. Yeah, I know. You need 3 Phantasmi. Great time to be alive if you're a Salamangreat player. So yeah, I'm gonna just, for argument's sake, say we're looking at like 30 to 45. I know that's a big price gap, but if you're a Salamangreat player, yes, this is a card that you should probably look towards picking up. If you're looking at playing Sal in the future, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you haven't already picked up the stuff and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna pick up a sign at mining and then pick up the deck, why are you doing this? That part just doesn't make sense to me. But once again, I think you're in a decent place. If you pull it, someone wants to offer you $40 for it. Me actually selling cards. Alright, like, just get rid of it. Fucking, you doubled your sneak peek. We did it. That's how that works. Now, this last one might be controversial. It's not Myco. It's actually gnome material. Now, I've heard 2 sets of arguments for this card. One, the card fucking sucks past turn 1. Alright, yeah, I understand you can't control cards to use it, alright? And then I've heard the other argument of, I need this, give to me. Now, I know this community doesn't like cards that you can't use past turn 1. Now, hear me out though. I see the other side of the argument where all you really need to do is stop your opponent past turn 1 and you're able to play the game, like, and OTK them, alright? Like, decks that will do that are going to do that. Now, I understand that this adds to the brick factor. It doesn't do anything outside of that. It's okay against Sky Striker. Like, when your opponent goes into Kagari, you're like, LOL, you're done. It's really cute against Nightmares because they go into the Cerberus, you're like, LOL, no. Those are the best scenarios I've actually got for you at this point. So when they put something up in the extra monster zone, you blink it, you're like, okay, cool. Now, I don't think this is going to be an $80 price tag. Hell, I have a feeling it's going to be 40. Like, I don't want it to be 40 because, like, there's there's so much argument over it, but it's only going to take one deck that's like, oh shit, we can use this, and that's it. Like, it's game over for community, for the price tag on the card, and all of a sudden, no material is this fucking jacked up, expensive ass card. So, I mean, we're playing with fire, we're not playing with fire. I don't really care either way. If I end up with a set, I end up with a set. If I don't end up with a set of the Lawn Gnome, whatever. So, it's just my 2 cents on this. So yeah, probably $40 price tag, and I think it's the last one I would go after, honestly. It doesn't hurt you to pick it up if it's cheap, right? So yes, there's a lot of fantastic stuff in the set. I know Mike goes in here. I know there's a lot. Something had to give. So maybe we'll do another discussion if we get enough likes on this later in the week. So guys, please leave a comment down below. Show some love on this video. And, well guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.